Hey, sorry about that late start there, everybody. We're
Hello.
about 2 minutes behind here. We had some technical difficulties, but we're all good to go now.
That's right.
But yeah, so we want to use this time to share with you some of the information we have on our new mid-season promotions that we're going to be running for Ixalan.
Yeah, hopefully you guys have seen a little bit on them. The scheduling window is currently open, but not for too much longer. I think we got about 3 days left.
Yeah, roughly
that.
72 hours or so.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you aren't signed up, please, when you're done here, immediately go do that. Matter of fact, we're going to give it about another minute or so here to let some people get tuned in. So now would be a really good time to get everything signed up if you haven't.
Might as well fire up the event reporter, get it on the books here. But naturally, since these programs are they're new, it's worth going into them a little bit, kind of explaining why we're doing them. And of course, the bottom line on this is a way to keep hype for Ixalan rolling forward throughout the season here.
Yeah, and the ultimate goal is get more people through your door, get more people buying product from you. And hopefully both of these programs will do that for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we know that sometimes there is a little bit of a lull in sales and play after that initial hype from a set comes out. So hopefully this allows you to kind of prod that up a little bit more. And again, move a few more packs.
Yeah, and as usual, if you have any questions on anything, feel free to stick it in the chat. We will try to answer as many as we can in real time.
That's right. Yep. Yeah, because we've got worth introducing myself, Nelson Brown, your WPN community manager.
Yep. And I'm Daquan Watson. You guys probably seen me a bit already, but I am the trade marketing manager here at Woods of the Coast.
That's right. We also got our man Jordan Komar here, who will be getting your questions and sending them our way. So
yeah, our guy behind the camera that's keeping us alive over here.
Making the whole thing happen. Cool.
Cool. Looks like we're good to go. So let's go ahead and hop right in here, actually. So the first thing is scheduling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like this was a shorter scheduling window. We're aware of that, but you've got till Sunday, so you haven't missed it yet. But if you haven't signed up, please make sure you do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is closing in 3 days here.
Yeah.
And it is going to be both programs that you want to sign up for in the reporter. Just like the regular scheduling window, these are just a little bit later here.
Yeah, so speaking of the two programs, the first one we have is the Dino-Sized weekend. Yeah. So, so this is a cool additional promotion here that actually gives you a chance to get people back in your store and drafting a bit. We have draft weekend coming up this weekend, obviously. And that's been well received. So this is kind of another opportunity to do this later in the season. When you get that little bit of a lull and, people are kind of between activities, this is something else you can kind of use to kind of kickstart some more activity.
Yeah, exactly. And it is a lot like draft weekend in that all you have to do is sign up for one event to qualify. But the idea is that you'll be running continuous events throughout the weekend. One cool thing about it, too, is we actually opened it up, so this one's going to be sealed as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that's something that people have kind of wanted to do, so now you have that opportunity. We're just really pushing limited play to move that extra product for you. Mm-hmm. So get those people in there, get them playing sealed, get them playing draft, whatever works better for your store.
That's right. And something a little bit special for this one, if you want to do drafts, of course, you can run it regular, 3 packs per player. But if you want to kind of hype up the dinosaur elements of it, we do have dino-sized drafts that you can run as well.
4-pack drafts.
4 packs. So, yeah, in a set that's about these factions, you've got the merfolk, the dinosaurs, the pirates, and the vampires. You can go a little bit deeper.
Yeah. And we have tried it, and it's fun.
Yeah. We actually just recently drafted it, and it allows you just to get a little bit more of those synergies going in your pool there.
Yeah, so with your kit, you're going to get one really large poster, which we have one off camera here that we can share. I don't know, it may not look good. It's going to be hard to show the whole thing in its immense size, but here we go. Yeah, there you go.
So this is going to be for your store here. You'll also receive 5 miniature versions of this poster that you can award to players for the actual sealed and draft events on the weekend.
Yeah, and those can be used a variety of ways, right? If you want to reward it to people who just win your drafts, like they can have one. Maybe you want to do it for the person who plays the most draft or sealed events in your store. That's one way you can do it. Yeah. You may just randomize it, to each group, and somebody gets one. Yeah. I mean, you can be as creative as you want with these. Like, these are just a way to reward the people coming into your store and get a cool piece of artwork that we're not really using right now anywhere else.
Yeah, so. Pretty cool. Definitely kind of a different art style than we normally do. And so keep in mind you'll be able to use these to actually award players, like Daquan's saying. It's kind of like F&M. You can kind of decide how you want to pass those out. But we will also have 24 participation promos that can be given to anyone that joins in while supplies last.
Yeah, so you have something for everybody, and you have something a little special to work toward, however you decide you want to distribute that stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be really, really cool.
Yeah. And we don't actually have those promos today because they may vary a little bit region to region, but they are going to be promos from recent programs.
Yeah, absolutely. We're not making a new one. These are things that already exist.
Exactly.
But it is a thing but it's a thing you have to encourage that extra play so everybody gets to walk away with something.
Yeah, and as far as scheduling on this, so when you go in there, what we'd recommend is scheduling 1 or 2 events per day, just so you have it on the store locator and the calendar, and so that you actually receive the materials. But again, you can use the draft pass that we have on our marketing materials page. Keep those signups going and fire them off as they come in.
Yeah, so, and, it's another thing, too, that you can talk it up even this weekend with your draft weekend. If you already have the people who like to draft, it's like, hey, here's another thing and another opportunity you'll be able to play later in the season.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be just about exactly 1 month down. And, of course, for both draft weekend and Dino-Sized weekend, great times to promote your league, both the initial run as well as our mid-season that we're going to talk about
absolutely.
here as well.
I mean, league kicks off next week, so, that's another good opportunity for sure.
Yep. Yeah, one of those programs where you can always plug it. Someone can sign up and start playing really at any time if they're in your store. So, easy one to pitch.
Yeah, and speaking of league, the other program is mid-season league for Ixalan. So, and this is really something that we've had some people talk about extending their leagues and kind of creating that extra play. So here's a chance for everybody to kind of hop in and give it a go. When you get done with your league, you kind of give them a short break. Everybody gets to reset. You can come back and play another 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, and we are going to be sending you another batch of those unclaimed territory promos. Same parameters as the first run of league. These are going to be for players that participate in at least 10 matches throughout the program.
Yeah, and that's to create that extra play like we talked about previously. Mm-hmm. You want people to be able to come back, keep them, beyond that first week for sure, hopefully beyond that second week, and get them to play those extra few matches. So instead of just giving it out for playing, it's like, okay, come in, get that extra activity in, then we'll give you the card.
Right. Because, the power of the league is obviously players love playing. They're buying the additional pack each week. But also, it's another reason for them to come into your store outside your normal tournament hours.
Yeah, and a lot of it's creating that habit and that activity.
Exactly. Now, it is worth noting here that although we will have an additional set of the unclaimed territory promos, yeah, there we go. We're not going to have another round of the storage boxes for this one. So you want to make sure that your players do hold on to those as they transition from the first to the second league.
Yeah, for sure. That's a very big point. We don't want that to be any confusion or, have people thinking they missed something.
Mm-hmm.
They're just, unfortunately, there are no collection boxes this go around.
That's right. And that's pretty much it for the major details on those 2 programs. Now, also a good time to go into some of the changes for BioBox.
Definitely.
Yeah, hopefully you guys have been hyping this, and we'll continue to do so once the set releases. But as you saw, we've got those new BioBox promo packs.
Yeah, there's been a lot of positive response to these, which has been very good. So hopefully your players are coming to you looking for them. Hopefully they pre-ordered some products. But these are going to be really, really exciting. It's kind of the first time we've really done a pack of things to give away with box purchase.
Yeah, so pretty cool. Now, it is worth noting that you're going to have the what you can think of as the traditional BioBox promo, the single card, as well as the pack here. You are going to award 1 of each to your players as supplies last.
Yeah, and if you need a way to sell this to your players, it's simple. Like, if you buy this from me, I'm going to give you 14% more rares.
Yeah. If you run the numbers, if you think about that, you're getting 14% additional rares than you get from just a booster box.
Yeah, it's just a free bonus. I mean, if you're not sure, give it to them that way. So I'm like, hey, sell it as, hey, there's just bonus cards for coming and getting this from me.
Yeah, come on in, pick it up. Hey, maybe sign up for an event while you're here. Why not?
Definitely.
Awesome. And as you guys probably know at this point, don't worry if you're like, hey, I don't remember scheduling BioBox. Of course, this was signed up to all WPN Core Plus store. So they just matter-of-factly are sent.
Yep. Everybody should be receiving those now, actually. If you haven't gotten them, I think by everything we have says most people, very least, should get them today. Mm-hmm. Maybe a very small amount of you will get them tomorrow, but everybody should have them in hand already.
Yeah, we know it's a little bit later on the delivery on these than usual, but they are all slated to arrive on time for the release here.
That's all right. It'll be worth it. They're awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Also, check it out. We recently came up with an article on the WPN website, kind of going into some ways you can promote the BioBox promotion. It's even got some advertisement imagery that you can use to hype it up with your players on social media or your website.
Yeah, and as usual, give us feedback on those types of things. Like if those are good for you and that you use them and they generate activity, we'd like to know that. We use that to make decisions on if we're going to produce more of those type items for you or if we need to be trying other things.
Yeah.
So better or worse, please respond. You're already on our Facebook group. Give us that feedback.
Exactly. I mean, even if it is just things like resolutions or formatting for the different imagery, we want to make this work. And as you guys know, we have to make just a few that works for everyone. So the more feedback, the better on those.
Definitely.
All right. Also, we've gotten a lot of questions about the Arena playtest opt-in and how that's working. And long story short, we're prioritizing Ixalan pre-release attendees as well as WPN members, but we are going to do that simply by checking your DCI number.
Yeah, so if they played in a pre-release in your store, then they've gone online and inputted their information, also their DCI number, then they're done. Like, that's really all it entails. There's no codes, nothing special. It's just go to that URL, put in their information.
Exactly.
And just to be clear, that's not a guarantee of a seat necessarily in a particular way. But what we're saying is when we go to give those beta seats, they're going to be done in groups, and we're going to prioritize those players first. Mm-hmm. So hopefully everybody gets in early and gets played, but those details are coming.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So no promo code or anything. That one thing I would emphasize with your players, though, is because sometimes they're not super aware of their DCI accounts or they've got multiple. They want to make sure that the account that they've got on their pre-release, that they registered for that, is the one they're inputting on the opt-in form there.
That's a good point.
Yeah, and if you do find out that they've got multiple, hey, have them give us a call because we can combine their accounts for them.
Absolutely. That definitely created some extra contacts, and that's good. It shows people are interested.
That's right. But yeah, and that's pretty much it for these programs. Do want to emphasize, we're getting down to the wire on scheduling for this, so be sure to get into the Wizards Event Reporter as soon as you can to get signed up for both Dino-Sized Weekend and the Ixalan Mid-Season League.
And when's the cutoff? Sunday. Yeah.
So, yep, get in there now. Might as well do it. If you need to cancel later for whatever reason, I can't imagine you would. They're pretty cool programs. But you can do that, so might as well.
Cool. We'll give it about another little bit here. So if anybody has any questions, anything we missed that we didn't cover.
Yeah, and of course, if you think of something after the stream here, or if you're viewing it afterwards, leave a question in the comments. We'll be happy to address all of those for you.
Cool. Then I think we're good.
All right.
Awesome. See everybody later.
Cool.